following report is an excerpt from a book called The Spirit Molecule by Dr. Rick Strassman, where in Chapter 13, Contact Through the Veil, a research subject by the name of Ben speaks about his high-dose DMT experience. It started with a sound. It was high-pitched like a tightly taut wire. There were 4 or 5 of them. They were on me fast. As crazy as this sounds, they looked like saguaro cactus, very Peruvian in color. They were flexible, fluid, geometrical cacti, not solid. They weren't benevolent, but they weren't non-benevolent. They probed. They really probed. They seemed to know time was limited. They wanted to know what I, this being who showed up, was doing. I didn't answer. They knew. Once they decided I was okay, they went about their business. I felt like something was inserted into my left forearm, right here, about 3 inches below this chain link tattoo on my wrist. It was long. There were no reassurances with the probe, simply business. Being operated on or probed is more of a modern archetype that's arrived in the early 1900s ever since the UFOs started to allegedly appear. Having our bodies and physical space being invaded is, needless to say, it's a very uncomfortable experience. And in the case of the probing of Ben, I feel like it was some type of subconscious reflection on the state he was actually in. The way that Dr. Rick Strassman went about administrating DMT, I would argue it was uncomfortable. Dr. Strassman was injecting the pure compound through IV, tons of wires strapped to them and a thermometer up their butts. I mean, that's gonna make anybody uncomfortable, right? People who inject DMT claim that they feel this pressure in their head that you just don't get when you vaporize it. So we have the researchers in the form of cacti here. I painted it with dollar store neon paint, so it's a little rough. Cacti are obviously reminiscent of the desert, which is very prevalent in New Mexico where the research was taking place. A lot of trips have happened in those deserts, particularly with hikuri, better known as peyote. And the colors are reminiscent of Peru, and a lot of trips have happened in Peru too. A lot of ayahuasca is being done there, and also San Pedro. The fluid geometric essence of these cacti symbolize to me their pure alienness and their divine crystallization of pattern. The manner at which these cacti probed Ben as well really symbolizes to me that they were another and not himself, because they clearly had an agenda on their own. They were expecting him, they probed him efficiently, and then they went about their business. It was totally unexpected by the participant. I'm going to show you what this looks like under UV light, but before I do, I have a quick announcement to make. I officially launched my Patreon last week, and I also started up a paypal.me where you can donate one time or go to Patreon to donate monthly. And this will help keep me going because student fees are really hard and my loan does not go very far to cover my basic needs, so it really helps, and I want to keep providing you with psychedelic content. I'd like to thank Green Dan for their donation, and I'd especially like to thank Rainbow Droid for their very gracious donation. It really means a lot to me. Thank you both. Okay, let's see what this looks like under black light. Alright. Just come with me into the bathroom here. I like to feel probed when I go into the washroom. This is the black light. Okay, ready? Ooh. Yeah, it was really fun working in UV light. I'd like to do it again, but with like more professional UV light paints. I'm just not sure how to get it onto merchandise yet, but it was definitely fun to experiment with. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you liked the trip report and my art. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video coming out next month. Love y'all.